everyone, this is my wifey
and my wifey,
and today we are having vinaigrette, this is Russian salad, oranges and pork cold cuts. So let's get started.
Pick a place and there we'll go. Work this jungle like a pro and learn to laugh. Many try some food that I don't know. That's the rhythm of my soul, but that's me. What about you?
And welcome back. Hi. Yes, we're having today good food.
good food. It's all about good food.
Vinaigrette is a Russian salad. It's
Winter salad.
Winter, yeah, but it's sportsman food basically. One of my favorite types of food. Now, if you Google it, a lot of time you will see it way more pinkish or reddish. Thank you, honey. But today I don't like a lot of beetroot inside. I love it like a little bit. So that's why it's not overly pinky. Some people love a lot of beetroot, like mostly beetroot. I love a lot of potatoes, medium amounts of carrots, and a little bit of beetroot.
For the color and taste, but not, well,
Overly.
flavor, but not overly, yeah. Yummy. And you know what? She made a homemade sauerkraut for this.
I know one thing. This salad was staple in East Europe, in Ukraine, and Russia for centuries and centuries. And this was the main food that people ate in order to avoid scurvy. Because it's full of vitamin C because of the sauerkraut.
And the beetroot is the winter vegetable. And you have potatoes as well, of course.
Carrots.
Well, carrots, yeah.
Yeah. Those vegetables are
Then stay all winter long if you store them properly.
today we have a lot of vitamin C
Yeah.
in form of the oranges.
Vitamin C is very important. And this is so good. And I totally appreciate that you don't overload it with beets.
Yeah, I know. We don't like it in our house. I know how we like it in our house here.
Yeah.
Like because yeah, if you Google it, you will see it's way more beetrooty, if this is the word.
There could be some color enhancement in Photoshop.
I don't think so.
Because not all the root beets made the same. Some of them are more pinkish. Some of them are oranger. Some are yellowish. Remember, there are lots of kinds of different beetroots that we got over the years.
Actually, I made a couple of recipes of borscht, and a lot of people write, "Oh, it's not
pale.
true borscht. It's pale. It's not beetroot. Like there is no beetroot." And unfortunately, last year, the beetroot was absolutely pale all year, and I bought in different places, and it was always pale beetroot. This year, actually, it was not such a big beetroot, and it pinked it everything. So this year, actually, the beetroots are extremely colorful.
That is true. People complain that it's not true red deep color. Oh.
So it's not Ukrainian enough. But yeah.
Well, it's Canadian beetroot. So technically it's a Canadian borscht made with Canadian ingredients.
You're right.
True.
Absolutely, totally right.
And the pork roast is delicious.
This type of pork roast that is the best when it's cold, actually. Better than it's when it's warm.
Cold, the room temperature is fine. Actually, cold, I love it cold too. But not warm. Like, it tastes great anyway, but cold has something to it.
Yep. I think I have a recipe for this salad.
Yeah.
If I will have the recipe, I will link it in box below.
You know that in this channel she has over 600 video recipes.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's hard to remember which one she actually made and which one she didn't.
Mm-hmm. Mm. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Look.
And Ariel ate earlier when I was still sleeping after a night shift, so I slept and he was hungry, so he actually ate before. By the time I got to the Mok-Bang, he was already done.
Yeah. He ate meat, he ate other stuff. I'm sure. Thank you, honey.
Yeah. I actually love this meat.
I know. Such a simple.
A lot of tasty things are simple. They don't have to be, you know, over fancified and over complicated. A lot of amazing food are just, you know, simple.
Cool.
As you've proven over the years.
Oh, thank you, honey. The only difference between my salad and the original salad that my grandmother made in Ukraine, it's the oil. Unfortunately, it's not fortunate. Actually, I can buy it here, but not too often. And I need to buy a whole liter of this oil only for one salad. I'm not going to. I'm using olive oil.
I know. It's roasted sunflower seed oil, right? Is that the one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's roasted.
Yeah, and that's all the difference in the flavor, the roasted part. I'll tell you, olive oil works perfectly.
Oh, yeah. I love the roasted flavor of this.
But we have nothing to do with that full liter. And you have to drive to specialty store, and it's not
outside
always
of our comfort zone. I mean, our driving zone. So yeah.
and it, you know, can always rely that it's going to be there.
Essentially, I could call there and ask. But
I know. Taking an extra time to get there, there's no point. Just for, you know.
frankly, if you have this oil, if you have ever tried this oil, it's roasted sunflower seed oil, Ukrainian oil. I once ate fried potatoes.
No.
With this oil,
Oh.
and it was almost deep fried. It was deep fried because it was like a lot of oil, and they put like almost like French fries.
Did
And
you
they were
taste the
amazing.
difference?
Oh my god, they were amazing.
And you know what the best part about it? If you don't have it for a long period of time, or let's say 6 months, a year, then you don't even remember how it tastes like. Well, I don't. Well, most of us don't. You probably have some more recollection how it tastes. Me, no memories. And that's a good thing, then you don't know what you're missing. So olive oil for you tastes amazing.
I think the last time I tasted this oil particular, it was about 4 years ago or
Exactly.
something.
Now that I'm trying to think, there is something ringing somewhere, but the bells are so far away in my head that it doesn't matter. Olive oil makes the perfect job. And it's not just any olive oil, it's the Greek olive oil. My favorite Kalamata Greek olive oil. So, you know what? From Greece!
They actually brought from Greece, yeah.
We don't tend to buy a lot of things at all. But olive oil was a requirement.
And oregano.
Right.
Greek oregano, it's two things that I really want to know.
Precisely.
I really like the oregano in bush. When they try it as a bush, but it was so hard to bring it that.
And you couldn't carry it as a bouquet of flowers. Oh no, all our
Few
flights. Few airports.
Two major ones. One is Athena one, and one is Montreal.
Oh yeah. That'd be funny.
To go through customs with a bouquet of
I think you'll be in
whatever.
trouble.
No, I can do that.
No, I'm sure you would be in trouble.
Yeah.
Well, probably better than going through trying to ship your bag from Israel to Canada when you have a huge
Water.
this size water gun. So the previous time, not the last one.
We totally told, I
Yeah,
think twice
I know.
or three times.
I know, but it's still.
Every time it's just
Every time
circles.
it's just funny. Yeah, if you never heard that, or we keep it simple for who did. When Ariel was 5, we were coming from Israel, and her brother bought Ariel this huge, humongous water gun. And we put it in our, suitcase bag to send. So they, when they scanned the bags, they saw the huge gun, they opened it and stuff. We're like, okay. And they were like, do you know what to do? They call one person, supervise. I'm like, because often do you see this huge plastic water gun. We said, you know what, we'll leave it. It's okay. Ariel would be sad, but you know what, we don't want any, cause any issues. But at the end, they let us take it with us. Actually, funny enough, 6 years later, he still has his water gun and he uses it. And this water gun is epic. It's so, big. When he was little, he could barely carry it once it filled with water. But every time he goes to water park, it's always epic. This gun always attracts lots of attention. Do you want more?
No, I'm not. I want oranges now.
So it was always hysterical. And up to these days, this gun is a huge success.
Always. There.
And then we're bringing that sea salt. All packaged, commercially approved, all allowed. Oh man. Then they open this. Look for the salt. I was like, ah. But it's all good.
Because on the scanner, as far as I understand,
It appears like something white. Suspicious powder.
No.
Oh,
It wasn't powder, but it looks like chemicals.
Oh.
Like
And they're scared of bombs.
this kind of this kind of bomb that you can mix the chemicals and it will be one bomb or something, and it will and you can't. I think you can't bring salt to the. You can only send it. You
Oh,
can't bring
no
it.
idea.
If I remember right, I'm not sure. It changes all the time, but yeah.
Yeah.
The Dead Sea salt is amazing. I love it on so
Many levels.
many levels.
I think the coolest part with Dead Sea salt was when you actually go to Dead Sea
Mm-hmm.
and you float in there. I don't know if you can call it swimming.
It's float.
But my favorite part floating was not laying on my back, actually standing in the water, and I was walking in the water, like literally. It was really funny. But then you get to the points when in the shell you feel all those chunks of salt under your feet. That's pretty amazing.
It's nice.
That sea is pretty cool.
I love that too. Yeah. If you will ever have the opportunity to be there, for sure do it. It's
really
one of
awesome.
those places in the world that you really want. There is another place somewhere that apparently there is another lake or
Is it in Ukraine or
sea.
something? Wasn't it?
Yeah, even saltier than
That sea?
than that sea. There's another place.
I know. I didn't realize that until I think when we came back.
God bless Facebook.
I know you learned so much if you leave outside all the politics and all the negativity that Facebook attracts.
Brings.
So I had to roll my eyes. But anyway, there are cool parts, like different cool stuff around the world, like different places, different activities. It's really cool.
Frankly, I really love the digital age. I really love the ability to access information in such a fast and convenient way.
Oh no, remember when we were in school, you had to go to the library.
It sucks.
And if you wanted to do work at home, not all the books you can take, like encyclopedias.
I had to
stand there
for hours
and photocopy all those pages, then go home and patch up my work. Now with Ariel, go online, one website, second website, this website.
We can take books from library actually and PDF.
But leave the books. I didn't like to go to the library. I always found it. Remember how stuffy it was?
And small.
It was so small, stuffy, so many people. I literally would go in and I would just feel like, whoa, the world was closing on me.
Actually, that's why I really love Canadian libraries. Because they're usually roomy and they usually very kids-oriented, which is awesome. Which
Air-conditioned.
Even some of them, they even have some, you know, games for little ones, like in the corner there. That's way more warm, I found. As a general.
But now you don't even have to go to the library per se. You can Google and find online from so many universities, so many resources. Brilliant.
Ariel really loves to take books from library, and he loves to sit and read the actual book, which is amazing because you can actually take, you know, in here in Canada, I'm not sure if it's all Canada, but I'm guessing, in BC, it's free, the libraries are vast and I'm sorry. And libraries are extremely vast, and there are a lot of things there. And funny, if you want some book, you can even ask them to order.
Yeah.
If enough people will ask them to order, they will order the series of books. Usually, they always after new children's books, and Ariel was few times first in line for some books that they order specifically for him.
Actually reminds me, I need to pick up his book from the library, because you can go online and reserve books. Let's say if it's a series of I don't know how many books, and if you finish the first one, you can go and order the second, third one. So I actually need to take his book. I think we're getting there to be the last day. Yeah, very important. I need to return one as well. See, thanks guys for being here. You remind me to tell her that.
Good one.
That's hilarious.
Take the last piece of orange.
It's all yours. I ate 2 oranges on my night shift. I have a lot of vitamin C in my system.
Actually, those oranges I bought in Costco.
Actually, those are, I was going to tell you.
One of the best oranges that we've ate in a long time.
I know, they're so juicy and sweet. You know, not always you get an orange that is really juicy.
Yeah, it's amazing. Even Ariel, like, he was like very, like, he ate today 2 oranges and he said that one of the best oranges that he've had in a long time.
I know, I was sitting there in my night shift peeling them, and it gives this nice smell and gives you a boost of vitamin C.
It's nice.
On this cold season. Which very important.
And it's orange season, like it's citrus season now.
Yes. But I was saying oranges are, and mandarins are, or these mandarins are short, right? Short on mandarins.
So yeah.
Anyway, thank you for joining us, guys. It was always lovely having you with us, and thank you for reminding me about the library. Yeah, seriously. And
don't forget to subscribe, let us a comment, thumbs up, us, and cheers.
Love. And remember, go towards your joy and do something fun every day. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.